Hello, welcome to Father Son Flight Sim. This is a live stream follow-up to what I did yesterday with the Bonanza and the Reality Expansion Pack. If you saw the video yesterday, you notice I was really disappointed with the walk-around and the towing aspects. And I think I've done some things to assign data refs to hotkeys to make them a little bit more passable, although I'm still not too happy with it. Just to show you what I've done is that these keys here I've bound to, let's say this one is going to be opening the function menu, the reality expansion pack menu. The 11 is to start and stop, to go to the next walk around station, and 12 is to execute whatever actions are there at the action station. Plus I've also set a toggle to get out of walk around mode, and to 6 and 7, although I'm not sure which one I'm going to keep it there. Now my biggest qualm with it is that you don't really do anything with the walk around. You just press buttons and everything. So I'm going to just go ahead and go through it now that I have a passable way of getting through it and getting out of it. But you'll see there's still some shortcomings with it. Now, I'm not going to be, I'm not putting in the live chat on this one because I'm going to be doing a lot of walking around the plane, and the window doesn't follow you when you're doing that. If you want to join me on the Discord, I do have the live stream audio if you're in the Discord. But let's go right to it. Okay, so let's hop into the plane. All right. And before I start, I'm going to turn on the lights so I can check the lights. All right, that's what it says to do. And then I'm going to go ahead and start the walk around. Come on, start the walk around. That's weird. Maybe I got to toggle it with the... Okay, this starts it. Now look at what happens to the window as I move my head, and my controller is still in the pilot seat even though I have actually shifted views. All right, so I can't read what I'm doing, but what I can do is execute the action by pressing the right button if I can find it. Okay. And then I can press the next station button. Okay, I got the wrong one. Okay, there's the next station. Okay, here I'm supposed to check the static tube, but I can't, or make sure the baggage is clearly fastened, and check the static port. But there's nothing really for me to do here. Here I can, if I press the button, it cycles the elevators, make sure they're free and correct. Next station, and again this is all fixed view, which is really annoying. I can check the rudder. Okay, and then I can take the tie down off, go to the next station, and to make sure that these ports are clear. There's nothing for me to do. There's a static port there. Next one, the flaps. And actually I'm supposed to lower the flaps when I do this, but okay, then I can check the ailerons. Okay, and it skips over the lights on the edge, which is kind of annoying, but because I turn the lights on. Okay, take that tie down off, go to the next station, make sure that the stall warning is good, and also take off the pitot tube. Over here, I'm supposed to physically check that the gauge, or the physical fuel level is good to verify that the gauges are there, but it doesn't really work. And look, I'm on the other side of the plane, where I was just, I was just over there on the other side, and now it just puts me back here. So it's a little out of order, but now I can take the chocks off here. I can check the tires here, but there's nothing for me to do. I can't really tell if their tires are good or not. Here I'm supposed to check the cowling and I think check the oil, but it's not modeled, so I can't do anything. Here I can take the cowl protection off. Here I can take these chocks off and check the fuel over here. Again, it's the exact same view that I had before. And again, I can't, it's so annoying. I can't move my head, right? I can take this tie down off. I can check the ailerons here and check the flaps here. And that concludes it. But I can't get out to the next step. I have to use the toggle. So I'm going to use the toggle which I've assigned, and I'm back. Okay, and I can recenter. Now, that is how they want you to go through it. But I would much rather have hotspots assigned to the specific areas. So I can start off in the co-pilot seat. I can turn everything on. I can manipulate it in here instead of maybe have you know, the checklist follow me around. That would be good. I can start here, and then I can get out of the plane and go to the next go to the next hotspot, which is over here. Let's say if I had a hotspot, I could just go to it. I can open up this, make sure it's secure, check the static port, and you know, these could have like little hotspot things. I can go over to the tail, and if I can grab the elevator, I can do the same action. And then if I had over here, if I can grab the rudder, I can do the same action. And then I can hotspot or hot click on the tie down to take that off, you know, and keep going around the plane into different hotspots. I'm sitting down, so I'm a little low. So then I can check that. I can check the other static port, and if I can, you know, grab the ailerons and sort of, you know, make sure that they're working. I can grab the ailerons over here, make sure that they're working, check the statics, and then I can actually check the lights, make sure that they're on, which they are. Go over here, check the static port, check the, click on the pitot 2 cover, click on the chocks to remove them. Go over here, same kind of thing. Check, you know, that the cowling is secured. Let me turn around here. Go over here, click on the covers, take them off, check the tires, you know, and keep going around the plane like this in different hot spots, which would be easy to aim at, basically. That's what I'm getting at. Now I see the light. I can't really tell if that's on, so I don't know if that's a modeling issue. And then grab the aileron here, and then grab the flaps here. Now it would be really cool if, whoops, I'm in the wing. It'd be really cool if I can open the fuel tank and check the physical level of the tank. That would be kind of cool too. But you know, that's what I would probably prefer, with a checklist running around with me. You know, that, you know, would follow me around with the hotspot and everything. So that would be good. Now that I have this. The pre-flight done, I can turn all these off. Whoops. Okay. And then I can go to the towing. Okay. Now, my head is still fixed here, so I can't move my head. However, I can pull it out now that I have the, actually I should, whoops. I should have the parking brake off. Let me just get the parking brake off. Okay. Now I can pull it using the yoke and steer it using the roll. Right? So I can pull it out like I'm supposed to do, but I can't see where I'm going because I can't turn my head. So it's a little bit annoying. My whole inclination is not to hold my head straight, but I can kind of know that the taxi line is going to come up, and there I go. Now the other thing is I don't have a data ref to get out of the towing mode, so I can't assign another key to get out of this mode. Let's see if I can toggle. I can't. Okay, I toggled the view, and that seemed to work. So if I get out of the walk around mode, then it seems to also work. So that kind of solves in some degree, to some degree, the issues that I had with the REP, with the inspection and the towing, the pre-flight inspection and the towing, and well, that's okay. I mean, I guess it is. You know, it is VR. It is what it is. So right now they haven't really. Whoops. Let me get out of here. They haven't really solved that problem really adequately, in my opinion. Look at that. The tow bar is still on. You imagine me. That's weird. The tow bar is still on, even though and it doesn't seem to work. That's really, really strange. Let me see if I can get it off with the there, I got it off, but I had to go into X-Plane and click the button to remove that. Now that's, you know, that really shouldn't happen, right? So, I mean, it kind of works, but I just can't imagine me doing that every time I want to fly in VR, even though, I mean, it's the proper procedure to go around. I'm probably just going to do this and toggle the static elements just like all one go, because it's just too much effort to go around and that I can't see and everything. It's just too much effort or I can't move my head. I don't have a checklist. I can't manipulate anything with this. I basically have to scroll through every station pressing a bunch of buttons, which doesn't feel realistic to me in VR, right? So buyer beware if you're going to buy an REP. I'm glad I didn't buy the other ones that I was thinking about buying for the Cessna and the Baron, because this would have been highly disappointing for me. Now, what I do get is with the REP, which I really do like, is the wear and tear. Although it would be so much better if we had an actual cost of ownership as well. But you know, they don't have that yet. It's just basically a management module. So I can actually look at this outside the plane too, which is kind of cool. So long as I activate it wherever I'm looking, I can scroll through, and these are fine. You know, I can go through this. Wait, what did I? Current charge. Okay, that's no problem. It says I can recharge it, but I don't need to. It's fine. And then, so I can go through and I can go through, see everything's okay, right? But it would be nice if I had to do an action that I'd have an actual cost of ownership tallying up, you know, and then I could sort of get a graph or something about cost per month or something like that. That would be kind of cool. Because, you know, the point of treating your plane, you know, well and going through all the procedures is to make it last as long as possible and as cheaply as possible. So you have that balance there. I mean, I could change the oil after every flight, but that would be way too expensive, right? You want to do it at the appropriate time. Whoa. That's funny. Look at them. Hey, guys. Anyways, so I really hope that SimCoders improves the VR ability with this stuff. Some of the stuff that I talked about being able to manipulate the static tube with your controller and toggle it just by clicking on it, or the chocks. These things are entirely possible in VR, and you know, I've seen it done. In the past, I've seen it done on other planes where you can walk around. You can actually walk around and you can actually do that, and that would be so much better than this fixed view, which kind of almost makes you sick when you trying to turn your head, but the view doesn't change, and it just, you know, it's one of the things that adds to nausea when you're in VR. And it's so easily solvable. All they'd have to do is pull the model into the cockpit OBJ and assign it a toggle, a hotspot toggle, with a click, and that would do it. Same with the chocks, you know. And then if they had a way where I can do the same kind of test that they're modeling with the next button, with the mouse, or sorry, with the trigger and the grab, then that would be great too. And then You know, you can model and just you just set a bunch of hotspots around the plane. Whoops, sorry. You set a bunch of hotspots that I can easily click into, and I still have my view. You know, and that would solve so many problems here. I mean, it just looks like it wouldn't take a whole lot to do that. You know, it wouldn't take a whole lot to change the cockpit OBJ and the hotspots in the VR config file to just set all that up and you know, make it easy. Maybe I'll do it myself one day. I don't know. Maybe I'll try to get in there with the SimREP and fix it. Um, you know, so we'll see. We'll see. I know that SimVR Labs has done some mods to the 172 and the Baron, and they say it's compatible with the REP. I don't know if they've done those kinds of things with those two aspects with it, but hey, you know, that's it. Anyways, I'll that's all I have for today. I just wanted to follow up with how I got those things to work. Because if you're thinking about buying the REP for the Bonanza and you're doing it in VR, you know, I think you should know how it works and how you should, if you're going to use those features, how to bind the keys to get it to work. Anyway, as best you can. So that'll be it for today. This short video just to follow up. And I'll catch you next time on Father Son Flight Simulator. Have a great day.